Welcome back. Now, yogurt is found on pretty much every table for every course of meal in an Indian home. And today we are going to make raita.
Raita, exactly. And we are going to make a cucumber raita today.
Cucumber raita.
Cucumber. Both cucumber and yogurt, they're both very cooling. After having a spicy meal, it helps you cool down the stomach. So it's a very quick recipe. Won't take long, and it's gonna delight everybody.
So this is the perfect accompaniment to a curry, to something spicy, just kind of cools and soothes everything.
And it goes very well with the rice too.
So what are the main ingredients of this?
The main ingredient here is a homemade yogurt.
Homemade yogurt.
Yeah, I made my own yogurt, and some chopped cucumbers.
Okay.
And some chopped cilantro with some spices. I have a roasted cumin powder. I roasted cumin and grinded it.
Wow.
And with some dried mint leaves and salt. These are the only spices I'm going to use. Yes. It tastes so good. It has a nice aroma. And when you have it with rice or any curry, it just takes the flavors to the next level.
Delicious. All right, so what combination? How do we add this?
These are measured proportions. So I'm going to add these three in here and add cucumber.
So the cucumbers are sliced pretty thinly.
Yes.
That's just sort of a preference, right?
Preference. And what happens is, because there's a salt in the yogurt, cucumber is going to start releasing some liquid, some water, juice, cucumber juice. So it's going to become a little thin. So you might want to keep your yogurt a little thick. A
little bit on the thicker side.
And just
cucumbers will sweat some of their liquids out. Oh, that is looking, the smell is so
you like
good.
It?
Yes.
And it's very healthy.
It's a beautiful color too. It's like
and here I'm gonna just
cilantro.
Cilantro. I'm gonna garnish with cilantro.
Oh, I can't wait to dip some breads in rice. That looks delicious.
And here.
Oh yay!
Cilantro, and it could be served with any meal.
That looks delicious. All right, so now let's bring this back to the table and start the meal.
Exactly.
Great.
Bon appetit.
We have the raita. I hear that no Indian table is set without a yogurt dish.
Yeah.
Are you going to sit here?
Yes, I will later, but let me serve you as it's very customary in Indian tradition. I don't know.
For like the mom or the wife or just the hostess in general?
Hostess in general.
Do you get to sit down at all?
I will. Eventually.
Yes. At the end.
And then let me just give the first serving.
Okay.
And then after that, I'm gonna go over there.
Please dig in, guys.
Ooh,
yeah. This looks delicious. What's your favorite? What are some of your favorite dishes here on the table? You like the samosas? That's your favorite? What do you like about them?
They're yummy.
Simple.
Yummy and spicy.
Do you guys like the food that your mom makes when it's American food, or do you prefer the Indian food? She only makes Indian food? What do you guys? Do you guys have Indian food at lunch at school?
No.
And so, what would you rather have? Indian food for lunch at school?
It's good, but I don't want to eat it all the time.
A little variety, like the melting pot. So how do you eat raita? Do you eat it with a spoon, or how is it typically
I'm gonna
eaten?
give you some rice and rajma with it.
That's so
and
funny,
you can use your fork or spoon.
Okay.
Traditionally in India, a lot of people use their fingers to eat. But then things are changing. Table manners are going on to spoons now. So everybody.
You want a samosa?
Oh, thank you.
And they go with this. This is
delicious.
tamarind and this is mint.
Here's some rice.
Sure.
So you said that people eat with their fingers. Is that still a tradition that you guys use in your families?
South people do that.
Yes.
Not
Okay. So in so it's a regional thing if you eat with your fingers or not. All right. So what about? So would I just use a spoon?
You can use spoon, fork, or if you want to be a little adventurous, go for the fingers.
Really? I'm gonna go for the fingers. I have to admit, at first it feels so wrong when you eat with your hands, but for some reason the food actually tastes better. It's kind of strange. So what are some other sort of mealtime customs that you would say, like with seasons changing or?
Mostly you don't talk when with your mouth full, which is I think universal.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And you wash your hands before you sit down. Some people also wash their feet because mostly people come from outside, so you don't want to bring the dirt into. Food is like God.
Food is like God?
It is like, it's treated like God. So you're feeding your body, which is a temple, and you gotta wash your hands and you have to wash your feet. So that's a big custom in India.
So what are some of the other mealtime? Kirti's friend told me about an Indian mealtime tradition that was pretty interesting. Have selected ones that you grew up with to keep in your homes here in America?
I think for my family, I could say that one big custom that we follow is not to leave any food in the plate, which is something that I grew up with. Because there's a lot of little kids in India who don't have one meal a day. So I always tell my children that the stuff that you have on your plate can feed 2 families in India.
Right. It's interesting to see what traditions you save from India and which ones you pick up from America.
Yeah, actually what has happened over the time, the female is still supposed to be cooking and making the preparations and everything. The things that have changed over here, maybe the guys have started cleaning up after them, just to help out, which means they have designed a little bit of a role kind of a thing.
Right.
Which was not there back home. We were supposed to do everything. You cook, you clean, you feed, you serve, and then at the end you sit down and eat. But here it has become, it's nicer, they participate together, so it's like a combined effort.
Would you call it nice?
I have to tell you. I have to tell you the story from the weekend. My sister-in-law was visiting, so we were talking about it. How mother-in-law used to say, "That's what your mother taught you," to the daughter-in-law. Nowadays, like wife saying to their husband, "This is what your mother taught you to take care of your wife." Things are changing. Time is moving now. Everybody has to pitch in the house to do the work.
Well, it's really a melting pot. Your lives are the melting pot, and that's what we're showing here. And I really I want to thank you so much. This has been such an amazing day. I've learned so much, and I hope that you guys learned too. I hope you had a great time just having a slice of Indian culture and cuisine from the comfort of your living rooms. And we will see you next time. I'm Mara McFalls. Thanks a lot.